Medicine man here. I guess the importance of maintenance is really important. I just got back from a couple of nights out up on the mountain behind my house, and I went to filter my water and used my trusty Sawyer filter, and nothing came out. It was clogged beyond belief. Problem is, it was almost a new filter when I put it in my bag when I got off my last hike. I forgot to back flush it, so I killed it. Anyway, what I'd like to show you is the differences. This is my water treatment that I have. I have a 2-liter Cnoc. I have a Sawyer with some modifications on it, and that's all I use really for water filtration. For emergencies, from my days as Boy Scout life in the Everglades in Florida, I always bring an ounce or two of bleach with me, just so I can do a chem treatment if everything else is gone, or if I really think I need to clean out pond water. I use the Sawyer Squeeze. It's got a higher flow rate than the Sawyer Mini. There's the Katahdin Be Free. That's a really great filter. It cleans easier. It does have a higher flow rate, but it's less versatile. You need a bag to screw it into, and it's an odd-sized opening. I will tell you, what Cnoc now does make a bag that will fit the Katahdin Be Free filter, so there is that option available outside the little half-liter bottle they give you. If you don't use a Cnoc for some reason, get yourself a bottle that is distinctly different than your drinking water bottle, and use this as your dirty water, and you can screw it on here. And always keep something distinctively different. You can feel it, you can touch it in the dark. You don't have to ever worry about taking a clean water bottle, making it dirty, and then confusing it and drinking dirty water. Always keep it separate. This happens to be a Dasani bottle, so they have the same thread size and bottle opening as the rest of them. And so I would do that for your dirty water. Now, to get back into what happened to my mechanical filter. My mechanical filter, all mechanical filters require maintenance and cleaning. Sawyer filter, the Katahdin filter, doesn't matter. Backflush and clean your filter more often than you really think. Easy to say, hard to do. Anytime you can filter up to a couple of liters of water, you can always get a half a liter extra and backflush this. This is what happens. Don't do this to your good filters because it will never seal again, by the way. Pull this off, a little bit of water come out. This is your filter element. And if you look right in here, inside here the sides, the secret is to backflush these more often than you think. If you're dealing with desert water, there's a lot of mechanical debris in there that will clog these filters quickly. The Katahdin, doesn't matter, mechanical filter, it will clog them quickly. That's why you backflush more often. If you backflush every other time you get water, that's probably appropriate, especially in the silty, muddy waters that you're going to be using. Even if your water looks fairly clear, you're still going to have mechanical debris. You're going to still have stuff in there that's going to be in solution, that's going to clog these micropores. But when you're through hiking, when you're going to be off for a couple of days, like in town, or you're going to zero for a while or something like this, backflush this thing. First thing you do, you should be in your hotel room or wherever the clean water source is. Backflush these things. First thing you do. Your Sawyer will live a lot longer. Your mechanical filter will live a lot longer. That will work great. Now for water, if you're non-desert, if you don't hike desert, I just go with 4 miles per liter of water. Once you get comfortable in the desert, 4 miles per liter will change. I don't do 4 liters. I do greater than that. I'm up at a higher level. These are 700 milliliter bottles. I take 4 of these into the desert. And that's all I take. That's 2.8 liters of water. That's almost everywhere I go. It's 2.8 liters of water. If I know I'm going someplace way out there and I'm not going to have water for a long time, then I fill up my half a liter. So I got like, what was it, 3.3 liters, something like that. And that's what I go with. But I hike in the desert. If you want to take like 4 liters, that's fine. Hauser Creek is 15 miles away from Campo. Calculate that. Don't take anything more than 4 miles per liter. Otherwise, you're just carrying extra weight. And carrying the extra weight makes you hotter and tireder. It's 2.2 pounds per liter. Just remember that. You don't need to carry all that extra. One thing that I really should just include here is, as you're drinking your water in the desert, I've got electrolytes right here. These are Nunes, but you can get Propel or any other electrolyte. You should have 1 bottle of electrolytes per day, minimum. If you choose to do 2 bottles per day, no problem with it. I only do 1 bottle a day. If you choose not to use electrolytes and you think you can hike in the desert without electrolytes, you're probably going to be feeling pretty poorly. What I do is after breakfast, I start hiking. The first bottle I drink that day is my electrolytes, no matter how nasty it really tastes. And they're going to all taste nasty after a while. I do it in the daytime, in the morning, first bottle of water I drink, and then I'm done for the day and I drink water the rest of the day. It works for me. Works for you, it might be the 1 bottle in the afternoon. But get the 1 bottle per day. It doesn't matter what package you're using, what electrolyte you're using, as long as you use 1, okay? Okay, a couple of hiker tips concerning the water, and especially the squeeze, what I'm talking about, is this. Your bottles, when they're in your side pocket, you have to be contortionist sometimes to try to get your water bottle out of your side pocket without stopping and taking off your pack and all this stuff. If you're just walking along and you want to get the bottle or a bottle out of your pack, tie a little string to the very top. Let this hang out and just reach back and grab the string and pull your water bottle out. And then you can grab the bottle and drink all you want. You'll have to hold the bottle for a while or put it on your, your front latches or something. If you notice, I have red, I have blue, I have yellow, and I have purple. Oops, and I have purple. All the different colors tell me which bottle has what in it. Usually in the morning, my purple will have my electrolytes in it. The rest will have water. But I keep the different colors just so I know which color to grab, which will have water in it. Just a little helpful tip there. As for the Sawyer comes with this, and your mechanical filter. I already talked about that other junklet they send. And for a thru hiker, stuff doesn't work. For a thru hiker also, these 2 pieces don't work. You will lose this O-ring, this washer, within a month, 2 or 3 times of using it, something like that. It is smaller than the diameter of the hole. The only thing that maintains it, that keeps it in, are these little prongs. Those prongs wear out very quickly. You lose your O-ring, and this thing leaks like a sieve, and you virtually can't use it. Go to a hardware store and get one of these. If you're not sure what this is, you take this in and you say, I'm looking for this with a screen in it. It's for the hot and cold water of a clothes washer in the United States. It keeps larger scale debris from getting in. You take this, replace this, and you set it inside here. It's bigger than this is, so it doesn't seat. You have to use an empty bottle to seat the washer in there, just like that. Once it's seated, now you have a washer that will not go out. For huge debris, it'll also catch that, but this screen washer will last you multiple Sawyer squeezes. So take it out every time and just replace this white one. Now, that helps with big mechanical obstruction, bits of leaves, all that stuff. It will not help for microparticles or anything like that, because that will go through the screen. But the other thing we have to worry about is the drinking side. If you're on the weekend or you go out for a day and you have this Sawyer provided squeeze tip, this is great. Fine, works good, except for through hiking. Because if your hand has been contaminated, maybe you went to the bathroom, didn't clean your hands properly, or you have a poop to mouth problem, or you're in a campsite that's been contaminated and you didn't know it, and your hands are dirty in that fashion, you've just contaminated your water tip by pulling it out. It's much cleaner. Take this thing, throw it away, get a smart water bottle cap, and put it on. The threads match exactly, and you have something that keeps the tip clean. It will stay cleaner. You don't want a poop to mouth problem. I had it last year and put me in a hospital. So now you have a Sawyer squeeze with a smart water bottle tip and a screen filter. You still got to back flush it all the time. When you have to back flush it, so I'd show you. I keep saying smart water bottles, but Life Waters work just as well. The tips are the same. To back flush this, the simple way and the easy way, you flip this open. The inside diameter of your sippy tip will fit straight in, straight on top of the center tube of your Sawyer. And you can squeeze to your heart's content to back flush this thing. Generally, 6 ounces or so will do fine, but it won't come off. You do pretty good. The neat thing about it is, this is a kept clean item, and this is a kept clean item, because you keep them covered up all the time. And that's back flushing. It takes 15 seconds, 20 seconds. Or if you break this, hey, look at that. I can put this on. This is a Dasani water bottle cap. This is a smart water bottle cap. Fits perfect. If you miss both of these, this center tube is where it comes out at. You can still squeeze it in your mouth. I keep these just in case, because it takes the place of the CNOC cap if it starts leaking. 9 times out of 10 these things are dirty and they start leaking, and everybody blames the CNOC. Try cleaning this thing out really good, or changing it to a Dasani cap. Smart water bottle, a filtered washer that will never fall out. Maintains cleanliness. You can just throw this in your pack. You don't have to worry about getting this tip dirty or anything like that. I highly suggest you get rid of that though. Yeah, and keep your hands clean. Okay, so that's everything I bring. I bring a little flat platypus CNOC. I have my filter. I have 4 bottles, a couple of caps, and yes, I bring a 2-ounce bottle of bleach, because that's what I was taught when I used to hike in the Everglades. You keep your hands clean when you process your water. Use the hand sanitizer before you start filling up your waters and all that stuff, just in case you got something on your hands.